Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You are watching KUTV Kenya. The show is Art and Culture Monday, and I am not alone in studio because, as promised, I promised to bring to you one of very few. Like I think that is the description. One of very few that are doing extremely amazing behind the curtains. All the labor, all the work that is done in the entertainment industry. She has a gist of everything that is happening. So I am not alone. I want to welcome JJ to studio. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
Fine, thank you so much for having me.
How is your Monday morning?
Very, very interesting. Very chill, actually. I was expecting it to be a bit busier.
Yeah.
But it's very calm for a Monday in
Thank
Nairobi.
you. I love it.
It was very calm.
Yes, and a bit warm also. It's not as cold.
Yes.
There have been colder Mondays than today. Are you a morning person? Let's start from
I
there.
am. I work out 4 times a week.
Yes.
So 5:30 in the morning, me and
you are
mates.
here.
Yes.
You are my people. You are
I
my
actually
tribe.
get very, very lazy during the day if I don't start the day early.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Wow, it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to
Thank
have
you so
you. I
much.
love people when we are of the same, fabric, cut
Yes.
from the same cloth.
Yes.
Karibu sana to Art and
Thank
Culture
you.
Monday.
Thank you
Please
so
say
much.
hi to people at home.
Hi, people.
Tuambie wewe ni nani, unafanya nini, then we will jump right into this interview.
All right. For those of you who don't know me,
Yes.
humble bragging much, yes.
Yeah.
Hello, people of the world. My name is JJ, officially Jane Wamboi Muhalia. I am a poet, music producer, business director, and the CEO of Array Records. I'm a lover of people, and I'm a lover of animals. I have a cat called Luffy. Hi, Luffy. I know you're watching me. Yes, I'm a lover of people, lover of animals, and lover of nature, and definitely a lover of art.
Yes.
Yes.
I think I love everything that you love apart from animals. Sorry, it's just...
Sorry, Luffy, she doesn't mean it. It's okay.
It's not personal. Not personal, but you wear you wear many hats, and I love that. I love people. I love art because you can be diverse in very many ways. You can you live life to the fullest. I feel like art is where life is.
Definitely.
Honestly.
Definitely.
But so let's start, because these are many hats, but all of them are in the entertainment industry.
Definitely.
So what kind of pulled you towards entertainment? What is your earliest memory of, okay, I might be headed towards the arts?
Interesting story, actually. After high school, I really wanted to do nursing. But I was always into the arts in high school. Festivals, choral verses. Shout out to all my drama teachers. That was an amazing experience. I always kind of had a passion for it, and not to be behind the scenes, but to be in the front lines. So started off as an artist, and then after high school, I started working with Antonio Sol. Shout out, Antonio Sol, hello. Yes, under a company called Kwani. And through that, I got a deeper passion, a deeper loving for what I was doing casually and for fun. And through the exposure and the experiences I got, I thought the business end of this industry is very lacking in a way. But I didn't know exactly how to go about it, because I didn't want to come in to try and change an industry that has been there for years. And I'm new, and I'm coming in with like this whole ego of, oh my gosh, I'm gonna make a change. So definitely took some time, was doing a lot of poetry at first, bit of acting, but like the after high school one for set books and stuff. So nothing too serious. Don't go looking for me on TV, guys. Also helping friends like Goofy Docs and Dolphin shoot some videos that they used to do a while ago, just videos for the poetry. Then down the line, I started working with DJs. And yes. Currently managing DJ Shiki. Shout out. Hi, Shiki. Yes. I have to promote the people. Yes. Please do check out DJ Shiki. She's incredible. I started off managing a DJ called Oblat. Shout out to Oblat as well. Because through him and working with him is how we started Array Records. So, comma right there. How do you manage a DJ? Because right before this moment, I did not know like what does the management of a DJ specifically involve? All right, and I'm gonna speak for myself. I'm not speaking on behalf of every other DJ manager there.
That is true.
So I'm gonna speak from my own personal experience. Being a DJ manager is doing all the boring, heavy lifting paperwork so that they get to focus on their art. Because when they succeed, inherently as a manager, I succeed, I get better at my work.
Yes.
And also as the business, as Array Records, we succeed as well.
Yes.
So as a manager, some of the roles and responsibilities are getting events, getting bookings,
yes.
Making sure payments and contracts have been secured well in advance and followed up on. And trying to expand even the DJ's creative end as much as possible by providing resources like decks and controllers and recording content so that they're not only DJing at venues or in events. So they have their own content online.
That is really heavy. Now that you're talking about it, I see the point. I'm like, how does any DJ, maneuver without a manager? Now that you're talking about it, and this is, I think, what stood out for me when I saw you were on my interview list today, because I'm like, okay, well, we get to peep behind the curtain of all the good songs, all the good music, all the good mixes that are out there. We get to see all the work that is done, and like you have said, that is quite a lot of work.
It is.
One thing I've always been curious about DJs, of course, most of the music they're playing is not their music. So how do their contracts look like? Because as an artist, I know, like, I want to label my work. It's my personal work. But a DJ is mixing other people's work. So how does that contract look like?
So it's split into two because there are DJs who are music producers themselves. So there are DJs who will play their own music, which makes it easier with copyright issues and things. But for DJs who are playing other people's music, this actually is not a problem usually, because sometimes even have musicians sending in music. They're like, please play this in your set. So the only issue is like for streaming platforms. So that's where the copyright applies mostly. But generally, there's usually not an issue with playing other people's music. It's actually encouraged.
Okay, because I've always wondered, there are some artists out there that are very what's the word? I don't know the word with their songs, but it's good to hear that actually other artists are out there volunteering their music to be played and to be heard. So then, Array Records, what was the dream? Like, as you were starting it, what was the dream for Array Records?
Oh, I love talking about my baby.
Yes.
So initially, interestingly, there was no dream. There was no objective.
Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't lie and say there was a bigger
I had
picture.
This whole
I thought I wanted to be out here and be Jay-Z.
No,
actually, when it started, the passion was mostly to support artists, connecting upcoming artists to resources that they are lacking. So as getting a DJ a club to play at, or getting them controllers to play, or helping like a musician who's already made their own music with distributing and promoting their music, because a lot of musicians have that problem. Is
true.
You have incredible music
and
you've worked completely hard on it, but now you don't know what to do with it. So we have a lot of artists out here, and I know you know yourselves. You have incredible stuff that's just dying in your laptop. So like simply connecting. Yes, I think that was the basis of how Array Records started. And then now we picked up more activities now, like event curation, and production, podcasting, and all of it actually resulted from working with people, identifying the lack and the needs, and then trying to find a way to fill in those gaps.
Wow, that is good. So with time, is there a dream right now?
Honestly,
am I still developing? It's a dream in the.
I would say there's definitely more direction. There's definitely more structure and more purpose, but there's no long-term goal because that would be deviating from the nature of Array Records. It is called Array Records because it is an array of art. So I feel it would be limiting to say we have one goal, we're aiming towards one thing, because we might be denying ourselves the opportunity to be something even better or greater.
Okay. So who makes up Array Records? I know you are CEO, so do you work with a team? Has the team grown over time, or do they do? What are their roles?
I will answer this question in two parts again.
That's okay.
And this goes out to everyone running a business in the industry.
Yeah.
The entertainment industry is, for me, in my opinion, the most unpredictable industry.
Yes, true.
Since Array Records started, we have worked with almost over 20 people, and in different roles and in different positions.
Yes.
A lot of them have stayed, a lot of them have left for better opportunities,
Yes.
a lot of them left for internal conflicts. It happens everywhere.
That's true.
So currently, after a lot of all those changes, finally we've managed to get a bit of a structure with the staff we're working with. I have a personal assistant called Belle. Hi, Belle. Yes, hello.
Yeah.
This is very
She's
new,
watching.
by the way.
Yes.
This is exclusive information. People have not. This has not been announced yet.
Yes.
Yes. So the new personal assistant for Array Records
Yes.
goes by the name Belle. Is a poet as well.
Yes.
Yes. And HR. We have a HR. She's called Daisy. Daisy Musaliku. So she assists with. They actually kind of work together really, really well.
Yeah.
I have a video editor called Vel. Vel is also a poet. I don't know why I've just been.
Yeah, you keep picking poets. I'm like, okay.
It's actually it goes back. It goes back to like witnessing where I started.
Yeah.
Because for me, poetry was a very big part of my foundation.
Exactly.
Yeah. So then, video editor, HR, personal assistant.
Yes.
Myself, and coming very soon, project manager.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that seems to be, getting in shape pretty well.
Definitely.
So I do think that you're on the right track. And then,
Thank you.
like you have said, art is very fluid. So
Yes.
it's given that anything involving art, it will not be cut clean from the very beginning. This is what we do. This is who is here. There's a lot of mix and match, and I think it's all right. I think at this juncture, I want to jump into your poetry a little bit.
All right.
And I think we want to hear a poem before we hear the story of what attracted you to poetry. Are you still working on it? What are you doing matters poetry? But I think we can start with a piece. To just, yes.
Okay, people of the world.
Yes.
I'm gonna read this because I haven't I haven't performed poetry in a while, and I will explain why. All right.
Yes.
So this piece is called Neo-Colonial by myself.
Yes.
Co-written by Binagwahoga Kunju. Thank you so much for this.
Yeah.
All right. Our colony is buzzing. The buzz of the relay line ferrying tea and honey back and forth. The buzz of my vibrating phone alerting me of my promise to the beehive. The buzz of promises and dreams. The buzz of the TV and radio where my daily serving of what I should feel and think is prepared for me. Who is, after all, busy as a bee and without time to stray from my appointed role in the colony. My fate. The stories of our former colony from the older bees are fading away. Slipping through our fingers are the words of Teres Gavan about the ultimate colony Wakabi, Mzee Jomo Kenyatta. He seemed to have a synthesis of modernism and activism. He seemed to be totally attuned to the background of his people, their practices, customs, and superstitions. He was a very broadly informed human sort of man, a sort of hypnotic masculinity one felt enveloped by his warmth and at the same time slightly repelled by his menace. Then the countless stings of the Wakabees changed the tune that we were dancing to. Our orchestra, our perpetrator, was forced to give us the right to conduct our affairs to the music of our liking. It was once our tune, our soul, but that honey is too sweet. Before we knew it, we were the new architects of the colony, a hive mind in disarray, prepared to fade, colonizers, foreign lands, subjects to queens, oblivious to the ear-burrowing, electric shocking, throat-boating, and castration of delusion of freedom fighters. The Kenya African Union, Come Mau Mau, and the Land Freedom Army, Come Mau Mau. When that didn't work, brother was put against brother and has become the way of our people till date. I wish we could forget, but I turn on the local news channel and it all seems too familiar. Isn't that right? White-dominated Wall Street, we call them startups. Don't worry, little worker bee. This honey is for free, but in exchange, all they want is your link to areas deeper inside Africa again. Someone tell me this is not too familiar. Little worker bee, born into this colony, this colonialism, this neo-colonialism, all you can see is not meant for you. A neo-colonial. In the words of Sir Charles Markham, you do not possess Kenyatta's magnetism that could put anyone into ash by looking at him, and Hitler had the same thing as far as his eyes, but that meant nothing. A neo-colonial who wants to dance to my own tune. A neo-colonial not decolonizing, not recolonizing my personhood and my space with love and freedom and abandon and an undying resolve to forget. A neo-colonial reborn with a neo-soul that blazes brightly like green neon streaking across the night sky. A neo-colonial, a silent revolution of a little worker bee that just wants to be. Thank you.
Wow, nice. A lovely piece right there. The details, everything that it encompasses. I would wish to see you perform that specific piece, especially in the current state of our nation. I feel like we need to hear that piece over and over and over again. Yes, but it's a beautiful piece. I hope to interact with more of your pieces. Definitely. So let's get to know, when did you start writing poetry?
I think this is a tale as old as time, and I learned this through running the podcast Shairi guys, yeah.
Yes.
So from interviewing poets, a lot of us started in church.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is true.
A lot of my first performances were from Sunday school.
Yeah.
And I just loved being in front and having the power to change someone's day.
Exactly.
And to inspire someone's day.
Yeah.
And of whatever age.
Yeah.
So initially that's how I fell in love with performing. Then when I got into school, I was always really, really good at the languages.
Yeah.
And I love reading. I love reading. I think I reread Chronicles of Narnia, and it's one of the thickest books, if you know
it.
I
reread huge book.
I read it like 4 or 5 times.
If you're reading Chronicles of Narnia,
it's a big
huge book.
Yes.
Yeah, it is a bit intimidating, by the way.
Yes.
What are you reading currently?
Currently, I am reading Gabriel Marquez, 100 Years of Solitude.
Yeah.
Yes. I've also read it a couple of times.
Yes.
But it's one of those pieces of literature that has a different impact every time.
Yeah. That is how you know someone is a reader. You know, you are counting the number of times you've repeated Big Bang Theory on Netflix.
On Friends.
On Friends.
Yeah.
She's counting the number of times she's read and reread.
Yeah.
That is amazing. Then you must be a book lover, honestly. You must be. So has that inspired a lot of your writing?
Yes, a lot of my
or even
writing,
better, I'd say.
Yes. A lot of my writing is inspired by what I read.
Yes.
By literature.
Yeah.
Also from life experiences. I love to travel. I travel a lot.
Yeah.
And it's become a different source of inspiration and exposure for the content I create. But definitely, reading has inspired a lot of my writing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That is amazing. No wonder you're a great writer, because any great writer is a good reader. Like they go hand in hand. So then high school happened. After high school happened, when did you start doing poetry professionally? Like, okay, this is something that I would like to pursue and pursue it well.
All right. So during the period of working with Antonio So, he started a show called Anto Live, and I was fortunate enough to initiate it and be part of the organizing team. And also, so for that event, he had put together a sort of a band, which included myself, Ivy Bantu, 2 other poets, and I forget her name, but she's a very popular singer right now. Tesla, Tesla.
Tesla.
Yes. So we were put together to come up with a performance.
Yes.
Yeah, a multidisciplinary performance. So we find a way to combine music and poetry and live performance. And the first proper stage I did was through the event, which was at Michael Joseph Center.
Yes.
And then after that, it happened again at The Alchemist. And from there, I started interacting more and more with the poetry scene. Yeah. Because not a lot of us get to those big stages.
Yes, true.
So when you do get the chance to go there, you meet the veterans.
Yes.
And they kind of usher you into the scene. And that's how I got into Kwani. Did a lot of open mics.
Yeah.
A lot. Yeah. Also performing at Power 254.
Yes.
And because the community is so small, it's very easy for us to put each other on.
Yes.
So if there's an event happening, you know, there's only 5 poets that you know.
Yes.
So you'll end up meeting at like every event, every poetry event.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ah, wow, that is amazing. Are you planning on, but like, how are you planning on advancing poetry-wise? Are you writing an anthology? Are you planning on something? What are you working on, Marta's poetry?
I love uniqueness.
Yes.
I love authenticity. I love originality. So with my poetry, I actually have not done any live performance for a while because I have been giving myself time to set it up in the way that I can achieve the impact I want to achieve through it. So the direction I'm going to take with my poetry is I am adapting music into the poetry, where I'm using DAWs. DAWs are music production softwares, like Ableton and Sonic Pi, to incorporate live performance and poetry. So right now I'm experimenting with combining traditional sounds with modern sounds to make music for poetry.
Yes.
Yeah, so an album is definitely on the way, but it's not going to be anything that's been experienced before.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm expecting some initial confusion when the project is out.
Yes.
But hopefully there'll be some space for it.
Wow, amazing. Yeah. When do we expect the project?
So we have a festival in December. We're celebrating the 4-year anniversary of the company.
Yeah.
So that is when it will be launched.
So this December.
Yes.
Wow, you will be giving us your social media handles for us to follow through, to understand, to come to, to the celebration and just have an amazing time. Yes, I am.
You are.
If it is December, you are sure that I will definitely show up. Okay. You mentioned a podcast in the midst of your talks,
yes.
And I'd like you to tell me a bit more about that. What is the name of your podcast? What do you handle? What do you tackle?
All right.
Yes.
So this is the podcast. It's called Are Shairi. These t-shirts are on sale as well on Are Records. It's called Are Shairi. The slogan is Latamu Halina Siri. And so for Swahili people, you understand. But it loosely translates to that which is sweet cannot be hidden.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it is a poetry and spoken word podcast where we interview poets on their experiences in interacting with poetry as an industry and also interacting with poetry in the Kenyan scene, sharing their experiences and giving them a platform to share that information that they normally, like their listeners normally wouldn't know about them. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I like that because I haven't had a podcast. I know some that host moja hapa na pale, but a podcast that is specifically for poets, I have not had that. So again, a new thing. So we are learning. I hope that you guys at home are enjoying this interview. I'd like to hear what you have to say to JJ, so I am waiting for your feedback on that. But let's go on matters let's go back to Array for a bit. You've said you manage DJs at the moment. Is there any artist that you're managing right now?
Yes, I am managing DJ Shiki.
Yes.
And the others are still in the works. Contracts have not been signed, so I cannot speak about that yet. Yes.
So there's a lot, like she has said, her work includes a lot of heavy lifting, a lot of legal processes. So we might not fault you for not sharing everything out there. But what is the qualification? Say DJ Shiki, like what is their qualification for someone to come under the management of Array Records?
No, not really. Actually, the most important thing is a passion for what you're doing. Yes, because everything kind of stems from there. Yes.
So you are planning, like what I know you said we don't have a definite goal or an end goal to Array, but at least for the next 1 year, what are you planning to focus on?
Oh, definitely more podcasts, interviews, releasing more music, more poetry. More events, because we also curate events, and providing a more sustainable structure for what is the entertainment industry.
Are you feeling like with time and the growth of Array Records, are you feeling there is space for such like the work you do? Are you feeling there's space in the music industry for that?
Absolutely. And it's a bit hard for the women end of it.
Yes.
And I'd like to speak on that a bit.
Yes.
It's not impossible. It's just been made a bit difficult.
Yes.
So trying as much as possible to change the narrative there, I feel will definitely redefine what the music and the entertainment industry is.
Yes.
Yeah.
A quick question, because you mentioned DJ Shiki. Are you going to be part of Cheating Chronicles?
Yes. I'm actually was going to talk about that, and
Yes.
this is courtesy of Spontaneous. This is how I am here right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, Spontaneous. You do an amazing job.
Yes, definitely a pioneer and a veteran.
Yes.
Part of the organizing team for Cheating Chronicles.
Yes.
That will be happening on 1st of October at
yes.
Church Restaurant. I would definitely recommend, especially if you are a lover of poetry,
yes.
a lover of music, a lover of Array Records.
Yes, please.
And a lover of Spontaneous, definitely come through, show some love, show some support, and maybe if you want to get to know more about Array Records and what we do, I would definitely be there, and we can meet up there.
Yes, and you can ask all the questions that you wish Karen asked but didn't get to. So you can please be part of Cheating Chronicles. We have said this many times, but the 1st of October at Cheche Steakhouse. Okay, just advance tickets are 1,000 bob, at the gate 1,500 Kenya shillings, and you're going to be having an amazing evening. It will be a Sunday evening, so you can do everything that you need to do throughout the week and just save 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. of the 1st of October. This is this Sunday, by the way. As we get into the new month, we start well, okay? How do you think the Kenyan music industry, how are we doing right now?
I'm very proud of it, actually.
Yeah.
I'm very happy about it. The fact that we are opening ourselves up to experimenting and trying out new things.
Yes.
And some of the pioneers and veterans have decided to inspire and not gatekeep.
Yes.
And that has gone a long way in inspiring young upcoming artists.
Yes.
And I am very proud of the scene and where it is right now.
Yes.
Yeah, and there's definitely room for growth.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's always room for growth. There is that, like, we have places to go, but I would also say that there are good steps that we are taking. How are we taking up management? Like, say, Array Records Limited. How do you feel the Kenyan scene is taking up management?
It's not a very common thing, as important as it is.
Yes.
A lot of artists are settling for promoters.
Yes.
Other than managers, which is perfectly okay. It has its own limitations, especially when it comes to splitting profits and stuff, because it becomes harder to define what role and what impact that role has had on the artists themselves.
Yeah.
So I would love to have especially more female managers in the industry, and encouraging artists to be more intentional about the business end of their art.
Yes.
Because actually there's artists who don't even need managers.
Yeah.
They're already very well set up, connected, and all they have to do is just pick up a phone and they get some opportunities.
Yes.
Yeah. So if you cannot afford a manager, try and be your own manager.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because, like we have said, I think we don't have an artist here without talking about the business end, because that seems like you started by saying it seems to be lacking. Because at the end of the day, yes, you are an entertainer, but you need to eat. At the end of the day, you have kids to take to school. There is business here. It's not for free. You know, it's not free of charge. As much as you entertain, you inform, there is a whole business end that needs to be taken care of. So you know, you can holler at Array Records, and they might just help you with that. Talk to me about the nominations for Record Studio of the Year.
That was so random.
Yes.
And when it came, we were in the middle of one of those busy weeks where we have either events or recordings or something happening almost every day. We got an email from People's Choice Awards. Thank you so much for the nomination. Yes. We were nominated for Record Studio of the Year. Yeah. And we're very grateful for it. Unfortunately, because we have to organize this festival, and the whole team that would be supporting with the marketing and promotion of that is also swamped with other things. Yeah. So we will not be participating, but the nomination still goes a long way.
Exactly.
Because in the portfolio, we are officially nominees of an award, and the fact that this was the first award that the company was recognized for, and it being such a big
I know
thing,
it's a big deal.
It was humbling. It was humbling. It was exciting. But also challenging. Because now it's a sign that we are out there.
Exactly. People are watching.
There.
Exactly.
Yes. So. Yeah. Inspiration and a challenge as well.
Exactly. And I think that's a perfect balance. Like if it ain't both of those things, you have to up your game. If you thought you were at a 10, you need to move to the next level. And we are proud of that. People's Choice Awards is a big deal. Yes. Like I was telling you before the interview, external validation every once in a while is like a show of you're headed to the right direction. Not just in your mind, but out there.
Yeah.
Exactly. And also because your work involves a lot of other people and other things that they are doing outside of your personal goals. I feel like the award was definitely something to look out for, and of course we are wishing you all the best. We are looking forward to more nominations, more winnings.
Definitely.
Yes, more of everything that you thought Array would come with.
Thank you so much.
I'd like you at this juncture to shout out to your team before we go to social media handles to know where we are following you at and to know exactly what you're doing.
All right. So shout out to the team, Belle, hi, and you're being an amazing personal assistant, by the way. To Daisy as well, doing a great job. Vel, upcoming project manager to be announced. I really appreciate the work that you guys have done, and I'm looking forward to making more and more magic and inspiring more and more creatives and artists using the help of your very abled professions and work.
Yes, exactly. I think all the people who do the heavy lifting, all of you, a team, the Array Records team, a big shout out to all of you, and that you should know you're doing an amazing job. Before we got to the social media handles, we talked about an anniversary this December. So you'll be celebrating 4 years. What will be the activities? What are you planning for the anniversary?
So in December 1st to December 3rd
1st of December.
Our G Nature Park. It is in Nyeri Mokorini. We're doing a 3-day festival. Yes, we'll be having live DJ sets, tree planting, bird watching, hiking. There's going to be camping as well. All this information is going to be on the posters on our socials.
Yes, the poster that you have seen right there on your screen, that one is going to give you all the information that you will need to know. Social media handles.
At Array Records, you can use our Linktree. Our Linktree has a link to all the socials. So linktree.ee/Array Records, and you'll get our Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Also, all the mixes and music produced by myself and other people on SoundCloud, Spotify. You can also find the podcast on Amazon Music at Array Records. So it's just at Array Records everywhere.
Yes, everywhere. If you're on Instagram, you find yourself on X, you find yourself, wherever you will find yourself, just search for Array Records and you're going to be finding her and all the amazing work that you have put together. We are talking about, tomorrow is World Environmental Health Day. And we're just asking a quick question on how you yourself are participating to a healthy environment. And I love that you've talked about planting trees. So I wanted to repeat that again as I ask what you're doing personally to take care of the environment.
So using, of course, because of the tree planting during the festival, we're trying to encourage more and more eco-friendly activities. So with the tree planting, trying to connect the youth to normalizing, having conversations around climate change and what the small things that we can do. So personally, what I do, I recycle. I recycle.
Nice.
I recycle. I love feeding animals. I love feeding animals. I feel like that connects to a food web somewhere. Also,
the producer is saying, do cats count? Do they count?
They do. So tree planting, I also love tree planting. A lot of forest activities.
So you are doing something matters, keeping a healthy environment, and that is what I would want you to talk to me about today. I just want to know the little things that you're doing in your personal capacity. You can recycle, plant trees. So what are you doing to better the environment? What are you doing to take care of the environment? I think, JJ, we bring it to a close right here.
All right, thank
you so much. I should be the one saying thank you for being here, for telling us in such simple terms what you do. So if you are an artist, if you're a DJ, if you're a poet, you need to give Array Records a call. If you really mind about your business end, if you don't want to be part of the heavy lifting, there is a record label out here that is willing to do it at very affordable fees, by the way.
Definitely.
That is very willing to, to tell you do your art, be creative. Let us take care of everything else that is happening around you, because that is exactly what Array Records is all about. Thank you so much. It's been an honor and a pleasure.
Sana. Nice to meet you too. Thank you.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are bringing our first launch to a close at exactly about 27 minutes past 8 a.m. I hope that you have learned something. I hope that you have picked something. Thank you so much for being here, JJ. It's an honor. So we wrap it there, ladies and gentlemen. For now, that is our launch number 1.